darkness, but I'm travelling back to my holiday actually, as it happens. And the reason I'm travelling back to holiday is because yesterday, or last night, I left holiday in Yorkshire and drove all the way back home so that I could have my test today. I haven't really had a chance to do any recording to catch you guys up since I did my video for the my test day last time, because of holiday and things like that, so it's been a bit hectic, to be honest, so apologies for the sudden video, but so yeah. It's been pretty mad. Of course, by the time I've had a chance to record, it's now dark, so I thought there's no point just putting the camera on me, so I thought put it on the road, at least you can see something. So yeah, hopefully you can hear me okay as well, because a couple of my videos, the audio's not been quite so good. So anyway, yeah, it was test day today, so I had my let's just rewind a little bit. So the last video that I put out would probably be the one where I said that I failed, and that was Thursday 2 weeks ago today. So obviously I have to wait, I think you have to wait a couple of days before you can rebook your test anyway. It's like 3 days, 4 days, something like that. So I said to the training school, look, you know, obviously get me booked in as soon as you can, because I don't want to redo my test, you know, another month or two in the future, because you might as well just rebook the whole course, because you'll probably forget a lot of it anyway. So yeah, they come back to me with the 4th of November, which is the date today. And it was essentially, it's just a repeat of what it was on my test day last time. So we get in, have 2 hours of training, and then we go to the test centre and I do my test. Job done. So yeah, I got to the training centre about 11:45, I think it was. Yeah, about 11:45 I got there, which is the time I was supposed to be there. So I was on time. And this time I had a different trainer, instructor, whatever. He was actually a guy called John. He'd come out of retirement, and he'd worked there before at East Coast, and he decided to come back and do a bit of work. And they've also got a couple of new trucks as well. They've got 3 new trucks on the roster, if you like. One of them was a Scania. It looked pretty nice, you know, nothing too special. So of course, yeah, they had the Scania, but I had the truck that I had last time, which is the Volvo, and it was exactly the same truck I had, and it was the same trailer. And I said to my instructor John, I said, do they sort of give you the same truck that I had last time, or do they just, you know, get assigned a truck, whichever one's free? And he said no. He said we try and give you the same truck if you can, because obviously, you know, you're used to it, you've driven it before. If you can't have exactly the same truck, they'll try and give you the same type. So they'll try and give me a Volvo, for example, or, you know, whatever. So it was quite nice to have the same truck, because, you know, I was used to it. I knew what I was doing, knew everything about knew where everything was on that truck, you know, all that kind of stuff. And it does make life a lot easier when, you know, you're driving the same vehicle day in, day out, you know. I mean, you guys who are already driving, you'll know that. So yeah, as I say, got to the training centre for about 11:45, went out for a couple of hours training. I think the first thing we did was go to the concrete pad and do a couple of reversal manoeuvres and an uncouple, recouple. I wanted to do those again because I just wanted it to be fresh in my mind. Blech, I can't talk this. Oh my god. Oh, I think I'm just tired. But no, it was better to have a bit of a refresher, even if it was just we only did it a couple of times. I did 2 reversing and 1 uncouple recouple, so it really wasn't anything to shout about, but all went without a hitch, so I was happy with that. And because of the issues I had with the roundabout, I said, let's get back out on the road. Let's just get myself back up to speed, because the last time I drove a HGV was the day I recorded the follow-up video to my test video, and that was over a week before today, so it was nearly 2 weeks, not quite, but it was nearly 2 weeks. So obviously, you're not driven for a little while. It's nice to sort of get into the swing of things, But within sort of 15-20 minutes, we sort of got back up to speed. So yeah, there was no worries there. As I say, the uncouple, recouple, and the reverse manoeuvres I'd done absolutely fine, so there was no issues with that. And yeah, just literally no problems at all. In fact, from the point that I got in the cab to getting out the cab again at the training centre, at the test centre, sorry, it felt like I'd not been away. It's like riding a bike. You just get back on it and you're absolutely fine. So, and yeah, all went absolutely fine. We did a couple of roundabouts. We did the Heartsease roundabout, the one that I failed on. We did that. Can't remember if I did it once or twice in my training. And my instructor said, he said a couple of things that made sense. One of them was, and this kind of makes, it's kind of obvious and it makes sense. And to be fair, I knew it already, but he just sort of brought it to the forefront of my mind again. He said, when you come to roundabout, he said, just crawl. He's like, when you get close, he's like, just slow right down, and if you can see, the traffic that's coming, he said, if it's clear, you can keep moving. Because I explained to him exactly what happened last time, and he said, it's easy to do. When the trucks are full, he said they tend to skid a little when they try and pull away. If you're the difference between rolling and standstill with the same amount of acceleration actually is completely different. It's cool. It's all down to inertia, because if an object is moving in one direction and you're just accelerating that object, it has you need less force to keep it moving. Whereas if you're stationary and then you go to pull away and want to move that object, obviously you need more force to start that object moving. And it's the same thing with a truck. So given the fact that particular junction on that roundabout was on a hill, obviously you're going to need even more force to gain traction and keep moving, or to get moving. So that kind of made sense in a way, and I guess I mean it only needs to make sense on the day, doesn't it? So, and then we went for my test. Got into the test centre. We were there about 10-15 minutes early, which was quite nice. So I went and had a vape, trying to relax a little bit, and then I went to the toilet, discovered that there was no toilet roll, or there was, but it was stuck, so we had to get creative. And then I walked out the toilet, and once again the examiner collared me. "Are you Adam?" "Yes, I am." "Can I have your licence, please?" At that point I hadn't got my licence, because I thought I still had about 5 minutes. I thought, go for a vape, go to the toilet, go and get my wallet, job done. But no, he was a nice guy actually. He didn't say a lot again. I mean, apart from his directions, he really didn't say very much on the test either. So yeah, I mean, I was prepared for it because I kind of knew anyway. But so yeah, we went out from a test. We did the uncouple, recouple, and reverse manoeuvre. All did it absolutely fine. I do find if you guys are going to go for your class 1, you'll know what I mean. If you're on your test, because what they'll do is they'll, generally speaking, your examiner will ask you to do reverse manoeuvre first, then you'll do the uncouple recouple, and then you'll go out on your test. Now, I'm sure every examiner is different in the ways they do things, but I think the general consensus is that order. So yeah, we did that, and then once you get to the part where you're about to go on your on-road test, as they call it, you feel like you've done half of your training, half your tests already. I mean, technically you haven't. You've only done about a fifth of it, because you go out for about an hour on the road test, and that feels like forever when you're nervous and whatnot. So yeah, I was proper nervous, especially, I mean, I had more pressure because of last time. I knew that there was a big potential for me to fail because of that damn roundabout. Suffice to say, he took me over that roundabout twice. Twice, not just once or at all, twice. There were different directions though, so it wasn't as bad as it sounds, I suppose. But he also got me to, this took me by surprise a little bit. He got me to pull up at the side of the road about 5 or 6 times. I mean, don't get me wrong. I mean, you know, it's no problem. After the sort of third, or was it the third time or something, I was like, how many more times are you going to make me pull up at the side of the road? I mean, once, maybe twice, if you hadn't quite seen enough. But yeah, we must have done it about 4 or 5 times. So anyway, yeah, we did that. We then started to head back to the test centre. He actually did the independent drive quite early on in the test. We'd only left the test centre about 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, and he said, this is now the part of the independent test, independent driving. He said, follow the signs for Wroxham until otherwise instructed, which I did. So he took me that way, and we're now slowing down. So yeah, I was quite surprised because normally they do it on the way back to the test centre, but you know, as I say, every examiner is different, and they will always, you know, they'll never be the same. So yeah, have a test, go back to the test centre. I saw him jot down a couple of things on his iPad, so I thought maybe I got a couple of minors. But before I tell you the result, I did get 4 minors, which is less than last time, which is pretty good. I'm quite happy with 4 minors. I think you can have up to 10, I think. Don't quote me on that, you'll have to check. But I think you can have 10 guys. So, let's go down to 1 lane. Better pull over, or pull in. So yeah, 4 minors. I think I got 2 for speed. I got 1 for, I think it was road planning and positioning or something like that, and I got 1 for road signs and traffic signals, whatever. To be honest, I don't really know what they were for. I mean, you could be sat there on your test, you're thinking, yeah, this is going really good. You slow down, or you change direction, you check your mirrors, you do all that, and suddenly he touches his iPad, and you're like, what did I do? What did I do wrong for you to just mark that on your little iPad? But anyway, so you're probably wondering what the result is, and that result is that I bloody passed it, didn't I? So I'm now a fully qualified Class 1 driver, and I'm absolutely buzzing. I mean, it's been, what time is it now? It's 5:45. It's been 3 hours, more or less, since I had my test, and I'm still buzzing. I am so happy. It is not even comprehensible. And also, I mean, to make matters worse, like I said at the start of the video, I've driven back from Yorkshire for my holiday. I've lost out a day's holiday to do this, because obviously the holiday was booked before I booked my retest, and yeah, so you know, it would have been an absolute pig if I'd driven back 200 miles, had my test and failed it, and had to drive back another 200 miles. That's about 450 miles there and back, and yeah, that would have been absolutely horrid if I'd have failed it and had to drive back. It's a 4-hour journey, just over 4 hours, so it's a good old journey, and I've done about 3/4 of an hour, just over. So 158 miles to go. So yeah, now I'm going to be looking for work. So I have told the agency that I passed, but they didn't give me much work last week. They actually gave it to someone else, which is a bit annoying. So the week after my training, I was the week after my training, they gave me 1 day's work, and that was it. And I did speak to another driver there at Fitzmaurice, and he was in all week. So I was a bit miffed, given the fact that I've been with Fitz for like 6 months. But I guess that's agency for you, you know. You know, I do understand that it's just agency and whatnot, but I don't think going for my class 1 should make any bearing on whether or not I can work. But no one said anything. I just get that feeling that because I was going for my class 1, they thought I might jump ship if I passed, and I'm not that kind of person. But you know, for agency work, you know, I can stop working somewhere almost immediately, and the agency can do the same. You know, the agency are not obliged to give me work. They give me work because it needs covering. You know, it's as black and white as that. So I'll have to have a look around for some class 1 jobs and see what we can find. I mean, if you guys have got any suggestions for what I should do to start out with on class 1, that would be appreciated. I'm thinking maybe doing some trunk work, because I mean, you know, trunk work, you just drive there, sit on a bay, get loaded, go somewhere else, sit on another bay, get unloaded, and that's basically it. So we will see. I don't really know what to expect at the moment. Oh, you can actually see something now. So yeah, I'll have a look. Like I say, I only passed like 3 hours ago, so, and I've got the rest of my holiday to enjoy. So when we get back off holiday, we'll start looking for some work, and hopefully you guys will join. Well, not hopefully, you will be joining me for my class 1 antics, and I hope that you guys will join me for that adventure. So if you want to see that and plenty of other things, make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell icon as well so you get all the notifications, and do me a favour, because I passed my class 1, like the video, use it as a congratulations, give that video a like for us. It does help, you know, with YouTube stuff, and hopefully I'll be in work soon, and you guys can see exactly what gets what we get up to. So anyway, I've waffled on far too long, and I'm going to continue driving my 3-hour journey, and I will speak to you guys in the next video. So see you later.